You love singing with me.
Welcome back to You're Not Gonna Like This. This is episode 38 of Fresh Boyz Club. This episode is just to really talk to our guest here, G, the owner of the Fresh Boyz Club. And I'm just talking with another one of the people from my hometown that I've noticed. And I talked to Shamanda. I later in a couple episodes we talked with Tyleek and now G. So three people that graduated, I say like 8 or 7 years before me that have kind of been the forefront of what's been going on in Farmville for the most part. But let me go ahead and hand it off to G. You want to introduce yourself, man?
My name is Louis C. Gould III. I am a Prince Edward graduate. I'm also a graduate from Longwood University. A few years ago, I am a Prince Edward Middle School science this year, but I'm a history teacher for the last 3 years. I coach basketball, I coach football, I coach soccer, I coach track, and I think that's about it. I'm in football season right now. I'm sorry for my voice. We just had a game yesterday. But other than that, I'm just I'm a community individual. I'm all about supporting the youth as much as possible. And that's about it, man. I'm very active, very, very active in the community.
I apologize for your voice. That's good. That means you
Yeah,
out there, you rooting them on. You calling the
yes,
play,
sir.
you telling them to get where they
Yes.
gotta get to. That's
Yeah, yeah,
good.
yeah.
We
We
like
got
that.
that dub. Got that dub last night, 28-8 at the crib.
Well, since before we get into what we're gonna talk about today, I did see that you and was it Tyleek that y'all had the basketball team when they go almost undefeated, right?
Yeah, that was 2 years ago. When we was I was assistant coach, he's head coach. But yeah, we lost. I think we lost in the championship. No, the best final four. We lost in the final four of our district, final four. But this year, I'm coaching football. He's not coaching football with me, but I'm coaching football, and we got two more games left. But as of right now in the standings, we're number one in the standings, and if we went out, we got the championship game at the crib in October.
That's what's up.
Yes, sir.
That's what you like to. That's what you like to hear. Well, let's go ahead and get into what we got going on here. So, first question I got for you, man, is what is the Fresh Boys Club and why did you start it?
Fresh Boyz Club, a simple definition of Fresh Boyz Club, is basically the betterment. It's a betterment group for young men, not only in Prince Edward but in Cumberland, Buckingham, and we also are about to branch out into Randolph Henry, well, Charlotte County. I'm sorry, Charlotte County. And basically, the group, man, is to build, man, to build up young men to be productive and positive individuals inside their community. And it doesn't have to be Prince Edward. It can be whatever community they establish themselves in. We just want, especially in this day and age, with all the different factors with the internet, social media, and things that are pushing youth into the wrong directions by the messages that they're sending and just the different role models that these kids choose to pick. It's definitely important for for some of us to provide that light of there's other ways to do things and other ways to access success and I guess you know being somebody other than going through those outlets that cause crime, that cause danger to your body, that just things that they don't have to do. We try to provide that source of support to push them into the direction of being the best version of themselves as possible. And the whole point of starting the group, man, I was a junior at Prince Edward. I was going to my senior year, and I didn't have that many friends when I was in high school. It sounds crazy, right? I didn't have many friends, but I really didn't. But I mean, I talked to a lot of people, but I didn't have many friends. Friends and talking to people are two different things. I had a lot of people I talked to, but not a lot of friends. And at that time, you know, the few I had, man, I told them it was me and Julian G. We was on the phone. I was like, man, you know, we should start a group. And at first, like I said, it was social, strictly social. You know, it was really for fun. And we was throwing out a couple names, and then we threw out Fresh Boyz Club, and we just ran with it. And like I said, it was just for social purposes, for real, for real. I just wanted to start a group with like-minded people like me, and wanted to do the stuff like that I like to do. You know, wanted to, you know, do, you know, as in like had the same mindset. I mean, didn't do the same stuff, but had the same mindset of how we wanted like to live life. And we just ran with it, and then it just took off from there, June 16, 2008.
Well, you know, that's great. That's great. That's great. You know, I've seen it. You know, obviously being from Farmville, you know, I've been seeing it every step of the way, even through high
Yeah.
school, middle school. You know, I got a couple of friends I graduated with that are actually part of the Fresh Boyz Club, and you know, your mission is a great mission because you know, the youth is important. They're always looking to figure out how you can build the next generation. Is always the best thing to do. You know, especially in a time like this with the world changing as much as it has been changing, you know. So, but there's a thing I remember. Has anybody read the book or watched the movie The Hate You Give?
I
The hate,
haven't.
you said the hate you give, right?
Yup.
I've read the book and watched the movie.
So you Malcolm knows exactly where I'm going with it. Tupac said it best: "The hate you give little infants fucks everybody." So you can apply that to children, young adults. You can fill it in whatever you want to put in the place of that I. You probably could, because if you don't show love to the kids, young adults, they only make their own decisions and eventually make a bad decision. And you don't want to ever have to make a decision that could put their life at risk or others' life at risk. It's rough to see and rough for anybody to have to go to, especially in a time where mental health is in a high place, you know, extremely aware, everybody talking about it, and physical health as well. All those you gotta make sure you're on your P's and Q's about, because if you don't take care of yourself, nobody really will. So you gotta figure it out. And as long as you got people to do that, you can't help but support it.
And it's crazy. And you know, you taught my youngest sister and
Yeah.
the track until you know, COVID came along and everything.
Yeah.
And the kids look up to you, man. The
Yeah.
organization, you know, a leader, a teacher, an individual. And it's crazy, man. Like just seeing, you know, seeing firsthand the positive stuff that you do. I know you're human and everything, but like I said,
Yeah.
everybody's trying to go in the right direction. Like you said, the growth from a social organization to a community organization. You know, I'm from Prince Edward, you from Prince Edward, TJ from Prince Edward, and everything. And you can just see, you know, we all just trying to do what we can do.
That's it. That's it.
Where we from? Ain't nothing wrong
Yep.
with that.
Yeah, that's it, man. That's all we're trying to do, man.
Well, you know, since we kind of led the way with that, you know, so what initiated that change? Like, what said, I don't want to be a social group anymore. I just don't want to have people talking. Let's actually, like, you know, put our money
I'm
where
gonna
our
tell
mouth is and help the community.
well, I'm gonna tell you something. I mean, I, um, like I said, at first we were strictly a social group, man. We just love to being around each other, having fun, and like, you know, just having fun, man. And it wasn't until I went to Virginia State, man. I went to Virginia State right after high school, and when I didn't graduate from Virginia State, but I went there for about 2.5, 3 years. And down at Virginia State, man, they had these social clubs or social organizations, not fraternities, but social organizations like True Foundation, BBS, and stuff like that. That you seen people that, you know, good grades, they, you know, about their business, but they also had fun while they did it. Like they party, they did everything, but they had a commitment to what they were a part of. And I took that idea transitioned to me, and I wanted to bring it down to Farmville, and I wanted to the boys, like I told them, you know, I mean, don't get me wrong, it was hard to switch because the boys was used to have, you know, I ain't gonna lie, we didn't have like as many, like we got bylaws and and stuff now. Like we didn't have no bylaws back then. Like we had bylaws and rules and certain stuff that, you know, even I gotta follow. So it's like, you know, it took a while to transition from being like, I don't want to say out of control, but just, you know, having fun, you know, not having, you know, meetings, not certain things, to actually having scheduled meetings, dues and stuff like that. So, you know, it was definitely a transition for the boys, but, you know, even you can ask all the boys now, it was what was best, because at the end of the day, we was having fun and stuff and everything like that. But, you know, in order to bring in new like members, we had to change it up and make it more meaningful, because Fresh Boys Club was meaningful at that time to us because it was something that we stood by and led by, and all of us grew up around each other. So like most of the members was people that I've been knowing like 12 plus years. But we wanted to bring in new members, and in order to bring them new members in, we had to set a foundation, and the foundation had to start with, you know, cutting out all the craziness and start cleaning up and started producing. I mean, to start to be able to be open to produce positive and productive individuals. So that, like I said, it was hard, but it was a must in order for us to bring new people in, because the new people didn't know, you know, that version of Fresh Boys Club. They didn't know how we had to fight, and I mean not fight physically, but fight, you know, to wear our hoodies, to wear our shirts and stuff. Because at first people thought we was a gang, and you know it's hard to get around that for a while. But like I said, we had to, as a group, get together and, you know, be out here in the community, you know, volunteer, you know, give back as much as possible to set the foundation to bring in new members and actually want members to want to, you know, be in Fresh Boys Club. Because, you know, at first, like I said, it was just it was what we loved, you know, but we wanted other people to love it too. So in order to get other people to love it, we had to, you know, show them, what a fresh boy, what we wanted a fresh boy to be. And that's how it started. We wanted, you know, a fresh boy to be, is not somebody that wear nice clothes. I mean, don't get me wrong, we wear nice clothes, but it's not nobody that wasn't the definition though. It wasn't to wear nice clothes, have the, you know, J's and stuff on, but a fresh boy is somebody that, you know, has a fresh outlook on life, has a fresh mindset, is willing to go above and beyond the next individual to be the best version of themselves, to sacrifice, you know, different things, to be able to handle temptation and still be able to, you know, handle its responsibilities, you know, stuff like that. So, like I said, it was a hard transition, but like I said, it was what was best for the group.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
You know, man. But, you know, you love to see things change for the better. You know,
Yeah.
I can only wish you the best of luck as you keep, you know, branching out, making Fresh Boys Club what you envision and what you wanted to really, really be. But then so now what, I know you have Fresh Boys Week for a while, so what is compare Fresh Boys Week to then versus now? What to give people a picture of what the real change has been? What is Fresh Boys Week gone from to what it is now?
First week back, like when it first started, uh, it first week when it first started was a whole, like I said, it was a whole. We made a transition. First week when it first started was more about us and celebrating our brotherhood, like our brotherhood, you know, years for us being together. But now Fresh Boys is about giving back. Fresh Week is about giving back. All week we give back that whole week, whether it be free lunch. I know one year we picked 3 winners, brought their lunches, like 3 healthcare workers brought their lunches, especially during COVID. We try every way to give back. Fresh Week has, like I said, the transition was, at first we were just celebrating us as a brotherhood, as in this is us, we together, we do fun stuff together. But as it went on, especially year 5 or 4, we started actually giving back. So Fresh Week is more about giving back and supporting our communities more. And we do during our anniversary, June 16th, we do spend that day as in just us celebrating our brotherhood. But the rest of the week is about giving back though. So it went from partying for 3 straight days, celebrating our birthday, to going to Faces, to volunteer and pass out food and to go to those communities that need help and help them like clean up their communities, like the trailer court. We go up there and clean up. They got stuff everywhere, help elderly and stuff like that. So that's where we transition from caring, being self-centered to more being about our community.
That's dope though, because it's almost like it's like an evolution. You know what I'm saying? Like obviously I'm not from the area. I don't really know much about the organization, but it sounds like what y'all doing is y'all evolving as time goes on. And that's love for real. Because we were just talking the other day about how empowerment in our community starts with us, and it sounds like y'all really like took that and ran with it. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that y'all went from turning up and celebrating yourselves to basically celebrating everybody else and make sure everybody else is straight, like that's real love right there for sure. That's evolution.
And it took a while, man, because especially with Leak and them boys, T and them boys, man, like they can tell you, man, like when we celebrated for days, sometimes, man, but like as you get older. And I'm not that old, but as we get older, man, I got wise early. I was blessed to get wise early, like around like in my middle of my 20s, man. And just looking at how things were, and I never would change nothing, but just looking at the stuff and be like, dang, man, we did do that. We did that, messed up. So we got this next group of kids like, yo, we're not gonna get them. We're not gonna. They're not gonna be like us. Like they're not gonna be like us. I mean, I'm not saying it was bad, but they're not gonna be like us. They're gonna be better versions of us. I always tell the boys all the time. They be like, "Do you want to be like you? Don't be like me. Please don't be like me. Be way better than me. Pick up things I do, but don't be like me. Please don't be. I don't like when people say they want to be like me. Don't be like me. Be better than me. Please be better than me. I want all the kids to be better than me. I don't want nobody to be like me. I never like when people say that. Don't be like me. I want you to be better than me, man.
Yeah.
Be way better than me, man."
True. That's where it's coming from, like a true role model right there.
Yeah, don't be like
Be better. Don't be that person.
don't be like me.
It makes sense, for me personally, as y'all can see to the left of me, Kobe Bryant, that's my kind of my role model. I don't ever try to be Kobe because I can't be Kobe. I just can't do it. But, the mama mentality, that's something I live by every day. It's just you can apply it to anything and everything you do. Always give your best to no matter what you do or whatever you try to, start or initiate, you do that. And that's sheesh. I ain't gonna lie. That's kind of speechless. I can't say much to it, honestly.
Yeah, and just like I tell them, man, it's I always tell them, man, never, because I was that way when I was coming up, man. I used to look up to people and try to imitate some stuff that they doing, and it wasn't until like I got into. Hold on, I'm sorry, guys. It wasn't until I got into my like middle, like graduating middle school to high school, where I finally started to understand, like, I can like that person and want to be, and like some stuff that they do, but I don't need to be like them. I can take what they do and put it in my own way and broaden out myself into, I can still use some stuff that they got that's good, but I can be my own person still. You know what I'm saying? So, that's why I always tell the kids, please don't be like me, man. Be way better than me. Please be better than me.
Well, then that leads me to Fresh Boyz Jr. So, for years, it's always been the Fresh Boyz Club, and we've always just added members to that. But what is Fresh Boyz Jr.?
Man, those are I'm going to be honest with you, and I know the boys going to be, the older boys, I love my older boys, man, but the Fresh Boyz Juniors are my guys, man. These kids is the future, man. When I tell you that these kids are way better than I was when I was in school, like not like school grades and stuff, but I'm talking about like people, like they are like true people, man. Like true, like these kids, like they way more mature. Like it's crazy, man. That like that these kids, and I'm talking about my 8-year-olds and my 9-year-olds, man. My 8-year-olds and my 9-year-olds, man, really are the future, man. And those are the cats that I really, you know, hang around and try to build the most because, you know, I want to catch them when they're that young. Because if you can install it in the stuff that was installed in me when I was like older, and they get it now, they're gonna be well off when they get 18 or 19 and stuff like that, man. And the stuff I'm talking about is just like little stuff, man. You know, I mean, I know they're kids. I don't try to push adult stuff on them, but you know, I just, just trying to, just teach them stuff little by little, baby stuff. Because I mean, of course, they're gonna be kids. They're gonna act out here and there. I mean, which kid didn't do that, But at the same time, I try to, like prime example, we do Faces Food Bank first and fourth Saturdays here at in town, and those cats be the first cats there at 7:30 in the morning. Like, yo, G, come to pick me up. Like, they ready. So getting them into the mindset of giving back early and appreciating things. We actually are going to for Christmas, well, Thanksgiving was good. For Thanksgiving, we're going to I forgot. I think we either going to Richmond. I think Lynchburg, but I think it's Richmond though. Just to give them, because we had took some of the boys to, to give away food during Thanksgiving to those that are unfortunate to not have like families and stuff, and just to get them around stuff like that, man. Because it's important for kids that age to learn that they are great. Their life right now, they might not have the PlayStation 5, they might not have the new Jordans, but at least you got a home. At least you got clothes, you know what I'm saying? And like that stuff is important, man, because a lot of these kids, like prime example, me, I wasn't spoiled, but I didn't, see a lot of stuff, like, I mean, it was a few times where I seen homeless people and, stuff like that when I went to DC and stuff. But, like I didn't fully understand at that time that, some kids that don't have what I got. And it's important for these kids to know that early. And that's why I say I mess with the juniors heavy, man, because those kids wanna, they appreciate it, man. Not saying my older boys don't appreciate it, but you know how the older boys get, man. You try to talk to them, man, sometimes they try to act like they know, they think they know more than you, and they know the game and try to school, man. I'm like, look, man, everything y'all do. Like I always tell them, man, I'm not trying to break. I say everything y'all did. What up? Everything y'all did, man, I've done better. So like, it's cool. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing, but it's nothing you doing right now. There's not nothing like, it's not nothing like, it's just hard to talk to them, man, because they think, watching YouTube and they think they are smart individuals, but like I tell them, certain stuff that they do, the older boys, man, I try to help them so they won't go in that direction that I or one of the boys did. I'm like, yo, we did that. It's not gonna work. Don't do that. It's not gonna work. Don't do that. Do that way. So, but the younger boys, man, the Fresh Boyz juniors, man, those are the boys, man. Those, they definitely got next. They definitely got next.
Let me see. I'm trying to figure out what I was gonna say. Yeah, I feel that. Giving out the turkeys. I used to do that for my church when I was younger. We used to do that. We used to go drive around in church van, giving out Thanksgiving food, small Christmas gifts. And I remember definitely doing that. And my mom made sure I was doing things like that because you can't never take life for granted because everything can change in a matter of seconds. Like,
Definitely.
I ain't trying to get on my spiel here, but like, me family-wise, it ain't always been full circle. I come from a divorced parent home and stuff like that. Like, it ain't always been smooth for me. And, I love seeing a full family together, everybody happy and like, I love stuff like that because it's sometimes I personally wish I had grew up with that, but everything happens for a reason. And, maybe it made me a better person and maybe put me on a path to do the things I do now. So you only can look back on it and wish you had it, but like you said, everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
But, I feel that, man. Like I said, the kids are the future. When it comes to this personal training thing that I'm doing now, I definitely would want to have something like that in Farmville because it's just like, I didn't have that growing up. You didn't have that growing up. Malcolm didn't have that. And when I see all these kids with all these the trainers and the tools they have up here, I'm like, man, sheesh. You just could imagine. You just could imagine with some of the potential we had in Farmville a couple years ago. You could just imagine what them people would be now if they had them tools then and not so late in the stages of their careers. You just know they could be great. So power to you, man, for empowering the youth, man. Power to you. So then that leads into what is the ultimate goal for what is the ultimate goal for the Fresh Boyz Club?
The ultimate goal, man, this has been something that I probably answer this question a lot of times, man, because that's like one of the most popular questions, man. Like, what's the ultimate goal? The ultimate goal is to produce for these cats, like prime example, Trigger, well, Brandy, I call him Brand Trigger. We call him Trigger, man. Trigger was what? When I first met Trigger was 10. Yeah, Trigger got Fresh Boyz when he was 10, man. And now Trigger, y'all see Trigger. He got his license, got his own. Him and Tim and them got their own spot. Trigger's also working at Longwood as a trainer, man. Just the ultimate goal, man, is to see these boys grow up and be somebody and dictate their own life, man, and just be comfortable, man. That's the whole idea. It ain't about, and the thing about it, man, I don't want no props. I don't need I don't want none of that. I just want you to be able to stand on your own 2 feet, man, out here. That's it, man. I always tell the kids that's one thing. I ain't no thug. I ain't none of that. But one thing I can do, I can stand on my own 2 feet wherever I go, man. I can handle my own. I can hold my own and everything like that. And I just want them to be able to, when they graduate and when they become 18, to be able to stand on their own 2 feet, man, without having to ask nobody for nothing. Dictate your own life. And like I always tell them, man, I mean, do what you gotta do, but at the end of the day, man, make sure that you make sure your own is good. You make sure that you can make sure you gotta stand on your own 2 feet out here, man. Because that's, especially in these days, man, if you can't make it out here, like if you can't stand on your own 2 feet, and I mean, I ain't talking about comfortably, because I mean we all have up and downs, but I'm talking about be able to still stand on your 2 feet. No, what's up? Hey, no matter what happens, I can have a bad day or anything like that, man. I know I can stand on my own 2 feet. The thing that gets me up is I know I can stand on my own 2 feet. I know I can hold my own. And that's what I try to teach them boys, is to be able to hold your own, man. I ain't talking about fighting or nothing. I'm talking about holding your own, being able to have, the job that you want, the car that you want, be able to pay your own bills, man, be able to just live, just to live out here and be in control of your life. That's the ultimate goal, man. Teaching them to be in control of their life and stand on their own two feet, man. Because out here, man, if you can't stand on your own 2 feet out here, man, it's gonna be a long life for a long life.
Long life. That, though, because that's inspiration at the end of the day. Because a lot of guys don't. Well, a lot of people out here don't really have that example to look at. And they see you out here living your life and doing what you need to do, and that's something that they aspire to do. Like you said, they talk about how they want to be like you, and you telling them to be better. And at the end of the day, they need the blueprint. You are the blueprint, so that's tough for you to be able to show them, hey, this is what you need to do. You need to handle your business. You need to know how to live out here and do your thing. So yeah, they definitely need that. So I commend you on that as well.
Yeah. And just like I said, man, I mean, I ain't perfect, man. Like, it took me a while. Like, even when Fresh Boyz was going on, man, I had withdrew from school twice. You know what I'm saying? Because I had I'm human. I had my own issues going on. But at the same time, the thing about, like I always tell them boys, and that's why when they give me excuses, I never really listen to them, because I've had no car before and had 2 jobs. You know what I'm saying? I didn't been there where I had to pay my own, save up for my own car and stuff like that, and nobody could help me. Not I had good parents. Don't get me wrong. If my parents did this, I have good parents. But at the same time, I'm the type of person, bro. I especially when I got older, I'm not asking nobody for nothing. I don't like asking people for nothing. I mean, that's one of my things that kind of hurt me and helped me, I guess you could say. But at the same time, when at that time, especially when I left college, I was like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, I had a down period where I was like, dang, I don't know what I'm gonna do. But then, I was like, you know what? man, and the Fresh Boyz Club actually helped me throughout my, like, I helped them, I do help them, but they helped me too, because it was one point in time, especially when I left school, man, I didn't know what I was gonna do, man. I didn't know how I was gonna get back in school. I didn't know what my major was gonna be. Like, I was all over the place. So Fresh Boyz Club, like, same way I helped them out, man, they helped me, gain my second win, man, because it was at one point, like I said, I'm human. I was at a downfall too. I mean, nobody would never know that because I never show my weaknesses out. But at one point in time, I was down too, man. But like I tell the boys, man, it don't matter what obstacle you face in your life, what challenge that you face in your life, you can still overcome anything. And I'm a perfect example, man. I'm a perfect example. I've overcame so much stuff that I don't talk about, man, to be where I'm at today. That's why I don't give the boys no pity, man, because I tell them all the time, y'all boys, I mean, y'all boys got it better than I had it. So I'm not gonna sit here and baby y'all, man, because I really, like I said, man, I've been through like the no car days, the walk, I've been through those days, So you guys, you guys got it. You just got to keep on pushing and keep on getting it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's gonna hand nothing to you, man. So, just like I said, man, I tell the boys all the time, man, there's no way you can't be who you want to be. There's no way. If I can do it, and it took me a while. If I can do it, y'all can do it, man. Y'all can do it. And y'all got a clearer path than I had. You know what I'm saying? I had to jump over rivers and climb mountains. Y'all got a straight road. Just one bump right there. That's it. A couple bumps. But other than that, man, it's a straight stretch. So just got to keep pushing.
Yeah, you gotta keep striving to be the best you can be. In a world that won't push you, where you only can push yourself, it's good to have people that's behind you and make you, align yourself so that you can actually achieve what you need to achieve. It's good to have that sense of motivation, that sense of backing, like, oh, I got people that want me to do this. I got people that want me to succeed. I got people that want me to be great. Because all that stuff matters. Like, everybody needs a source of support, because having a source of support is extremely, extremely important. It's one of the main reasons any of us succeed, no matter what we do. Having them words of affirmation to say, great job, myself, Ira, or, good work, man. I hope you keep doing what you're gonna do. It just makes you want to go hard. It makes you want to just keep pushing and striving to do what you gotta do to, make something out of your life. Like, again, Drake said it best. You only live once, so you only get one chance at this life. So you gotta make the best of it
out of it. Yes,
possibly
sir.
can. It don't matter what you do, as long as you're happy with your story, then ain't nobody else can tell you. Ain't nobody else can tell you otherwise.
Sir. That's correct.
So then my final question is, what's next for the Fresh Boyz Club?
And right now, man, I've been playing it safe a little bit, man, especially with my younger boys. I ain't been doing too much, man, with this COVID and stuff. We've been, I've been keeping up with them and stuff, over the phone and Zoom and stuff, but we haven't been having really that much, type of events. We still have, Thanksgiving, we still have our Feed the Community that we've been having for the last like 6 or 7 years, where we basically give, we pass out Thanksgiving meals to those in need and the elderly. But other than that, man, we had the Heart of Virginia Festival that was this weekend, but they canceled that because of COVID. So really, nothing much, man. Just like I said, the importance right now is keeping boys focused in school, man. That's the main focus right now, man. Is making sure them boys, stay focused in school, man. Because with everything going on, it's hard for them to, go astray. So my main thing is keeping them boys in them books and keeping them boys, understanding that, yes, things are going wild, but your education is still important. You know what I'm saying? And, I have white and black members, man, but especially my African-American boys, I tell them, man, y'all need that. Make sure you know how to read. Make sure you know how to write. That stuff is important. You know what I'm saying? That stuff is important. Forget that rap song. You need to know how to write your name. You need like my younger boys. You need to know how to write your name. You need to know how to read. All right, one thing I tell them boys, I might not have been the smartest, but I knew how to read. You couldn't tell me I knew how to read. Forget that. I knew how to read, bro. I might not knew no algebra, but I know how to read, you know, and I always tell them, you gotta know, you gotta have education, fellas. I mean, I don't know. I mean, once again, I don't know how these type of girls out now, you know, I don't know. But back when we was in school, you had to know how to read. You had to know how to read, man. Ain't no girl going, no dude that don't know how to read. So I always tell them that, man, you know, you want to pull a shawty, man, you gotta know how to read. You gotta know how to read. You can't go to the restaurant and can't read the menu. You know what I'm saying? That ain't a good look, you know. So I always tell them, man, get your education, read, know how to write, know how to do all that good stuff, man. So like that's the most important thing, man. Just keep them kids focused on education, man, because these kids are so easily distracted. So I gotta be on them every week, man, about these keeping their grades up, man, stuff like that. And like I said, yeah, that's the only thing up for us now, man. We ain't really got nothing planned. Like I said, just to me, especially these kids, like we just got one of my boys just hit me up the other day. One of my junior Fresh Boyz, his little sister got COVID, so he quarantined for the next 10 days. So you know, just little stuff like that, man. Just you know, keeping them above float, man, and aware of stuff and everything. So
Yeah, hopefully, you know, we'll get out this pandemic eventually. You know, it's going on for almost 2 years now. You know.
Yeah, man, too long.
Please,
Look like
if you haven't, you know, I don't want to take this as a time to endorse a vaccine, but you know, if you don't want to get the vaccine and you got your reasons to back it up, by any means, power to you. Everybody has their reasons. As long as you can have the research to back it up, I ain't gonna question you. But if you are one of those people that say you know more than the experts, you need to stop it right now. Stop yourself before you go any farther. You're only reading what you see on Google. You only read what you see on Google. Trust me. Coming from a guy that is in the health field and is a health major, trust me, you're only seeing what you're on Google. You're not seeing what you got on these library resources or these research journals. You're not seeing none of that. You're seeing what other people are saying about it and what they're wanting to show you to just help you get a general understanding of it. But, you know, as always, take care of yourselves, man. You know, don't let COVID get you. I've had COVID. It's not fun. Them headaches, not it. Worst headaches I've ever had in my life to this date. Oh, goodness, I hated them headaches. Never would go get it again. So, you know, when the vaccine came out,
we're struggling like
man, I had to get that quick, bro, man. I was not going through that again. Could not do it again. No way. But, you know, that's excellent. You know, yeah, reading is extremely important because I don't know how they do it now, but it's nothing more embarrassing than, you know, when your teacher call your name and you can't read that paragraph. Oh, I felt bad for the kids.
Hey, look,
when I was in school.
Look, man, I'm a teacher, man, and like I said, I've been teaching about going on 4 years, man, and you don't understand how many times I've had kids in my class, man. I teach sixth grade, reading a second grade level, man, and I'm like, what? How did you even get here, man? Like, it's no way. Like back when we was in school, man, you reading second grade level in fourth grade, you're not doing recess. You going straight to reading comprehension class or whatever that class was. Like, you going straight there. Like, it's just crazy. Like, I'm like, I can see if you don't know math and science, you know, I mean, because that's, you know, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, you know, that's some stuff, you know, but reading, you gotta be able to read. I'm sorry. That's something I just can't say. You gotta know how to read, man. You gotta know how to read.
I'll never forget them AR tests, man. Getting that 5 stars in that AR test was the best feeling in the world, man. Being able to do things like that. Hey, look, them joints to be tough. I used to be hyped when I got that AR test right. You know, them joints be hard, bro. Them joints
but not even saying like it goes beyond school though. Like reading, like you don't even gotta know this math, science stuff, all that. You know, if you're not trying to go into that when you get older, honestly, a lot of that stuff don't even matter. But that reading, man, you got to read contracts, leases. You had to read everything, bro. Like at the end of the day, you're gonna need to be able to write too, because when you sign your signature, when you writing, you know, these letters to these jobs and whatnot, bro. You got to know it's essential, bro.
These cats can't even write. Don't even know what cursive is, though.
Yeah,
they don't even know what cursive is. Hey, look, I told I told my kids the other day, man, because like we was like just practicing writing letters and stuff, and I told them, sign your name. And these jokers started doing print. I'm like, no, y'all gotta do cursive. And I was like, Coach, there's like, Mr. G, we ain't never did cursive. I was like, oh, I forgot.
Ain't they never did cursive? I learned cursive in 3rd grade. I remember.
But see, nah,
they didn't. Cursive must be the curriculum, bro.
But see, yeah, the crazy thing about it, they didn't took that out of the curriculum though. The cursive is not a part of the curriculum anymore, and it's something that they don't need to know, which is kind of I don't know, kind of crazy to me, because I'm like, how you don't need to know cursive? Like one thing, I'm gonna be honest, it's funny. So my mom taught me a lot of stuff, but one of the things my mama taught me was, G, when you ever get checks, you need to know how to write in cursive, because one thing, this was scared me, because she was like, you can't, your signature has to be unique. It has to be something that only you can duplicate. So like, so I can remember myself like, bro, practicing how to write the craziest signatures so only I can duplicate it, so nobody can ever forge my signature. So like that's the crazy thing. Like, so like that's what I remember about, writing in cursive, was I was trying to prove that I can write the craziest signature and nobody can duplicate it. Nobody can duplicate it. So like that's the crazy thing. Like, and that's why I said, bro, kids, like what? That's one thing my mom pressed me on, man. I need to know how to write a signature. I mean, I need to know how to like write my name in cursive. Like I had to.
Hey, I can't believe they took that curriculum. That's
man. These kids, these
that's
kids.
Prince Edward School Board. What y'all got going on?
But
Man?
I think it's not. I don't even think it's. I don't think it's crazy. Bro, I don't even think it's Prince Edward. I just think it's like in general. I think it's in.
We stopped doing that when I was going to 5th grade, because they kept saying during middle, they were like, yeah, all y'all going to use is cursive. And then one year they was like, nah, forget that.
And I'm thinking, and I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm pretty sure, bro, that was a universal type ordeal. I don't think it was. I mean, once again, please correct me, but I'm pretty sure that was a Virginia standard, like Virginia standards. Like I think they took it out. Like
VA, what we doing, man? We going backwards, not forward.
Oh yeah,
you gotta teach kids more. Like what pains me most is people treat children like they don't have a high level of understanding. Like, man, look, kids understand more than what people realize. I don't understand the stigma behind that. Like
it's crazy though. I actually on every Monday, man, we have something called morning meetings, man, and I let my kids just talk about whatever they want to talk about. And because kids need that outlet. And in my class, I always, anytime they feel and want to talk about something, definitely speak on it. I always tell them, not when I'm doing when I'm in speech and stuff and we trying to learn something, but like in the class, you want to, scream about, what I'm saying, something like that. But kids, you gotta let kids speak, man. You gotta let kids speak, and you always gotta ask kids how they feel. Never choose nothing for a kid. Ask a kid how they feel about something, because kids gonna really tell you how they feel about it, and they're not gonna hold nothing back. So always, I learned that a long time ago, man. Always let kids speak, and always let kids tell you how they feel, because they ain't gonna lie to you. They not gonna lie to you. I promise they won't. They won't lie to you, man.
Oh man, well it's kind of rough to hear that, that's something, even though cursive sounds small on a large scale, that's really important in the long run, because, man, once you turn 18, you be signing your life away, I swear to God. You know what I mean? Man, it gets crazy. But that's pretty much, all I really have. I appreciate you for coming on and,
yes, sir,
chopping it up with us and letting us know what the Fresh Boyz Club, what it is, the ins and outs and everything that you try to do, and, your goals for it and how you're trying to, make the youth better than what we were as kids and so forth.
Sir. Yes, sir, man.
I salute you, bro.
Yeah. Appreciate y'all for having me on, man. Like I said, man, anything y'all need, man, promote. Y'all want me to come? Anything y'all want to be a part of, y'all want to be a part of sponsoring anything that we do, man. Like I said, man, I'm all about uplifting, especially people from where I come from. Prince Edward, man. Everybody know I love Prince Edward to death. But anybody that's willing to doing positive stuff, man, I'm all about it, man. All about it.
Definitely, man. Let us know, bro, for sure.
Yeah, definitely, fellas. Definitely.
Well,
you know,
in other words, that's all I really, really got for everybody here today. I appreciate y'all for joining us. Another episode of You Not Gonna Like This. It only gets better from here. The guests only get better. We working on the small business series. All that stuff is coming together. Season 3 is just getting started. We 38. We got 22 to go. You're gonna enjoy it because it's gonna be everything. Every episode will have its own unique style. Every episode will be better than the next. More guests, more interesting topics. It's all coming together. So again, I appreciate G being here with us today, and everybody joining us. And
yes, sir.
PJ, Malcolm, you got any closing remarks before we sign out?
Like I said, I just think,
bro, just stay tuned. Stay tuned, bro. Malcolm, go ahead.
What you're doing is noble.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all, man.
All right. Well, as always, this is your host, Ira, signing off, and see y'all soon.
Peace, guys. Be safe, y'all.